The world sees that talent, world sees that skill. The world is trying to integrate it into their business and supply chain models. Today, India and Indians are increasingly seen as innovators. Some parts of India which come out of our capabilities. One obvious one, of course, is the IT side. But the IT side, 10 years, 15 years ago, it used to be India as the back office of the world. That too is changing. Today, India and Indians are increasingly seen as innovators. I was in the US a few months ago, and you may have, some of you may have followed that today there's a big competition going on in chips in the semiconductor industry. And a representative of the American semiconductor industry told me that American companies, by his account, had at least 40,000 engineers working on chip design alone in India. So you have to imagine today, what does the world think about us? The world sees that talent, world sees that skill. The world is trying to integrate it into their business and supply chain models. Another example is the image of India as the pharmacy of the world. As foreign minister, I still travel 20, 25 times, even during COVID, for reasons of work. And I cannot tell you today how much our image in the world has changed because of vaccine mandate. That there are countries, I've had ministers say in public, in say Central America, that there were centers of production of vaccine closer to us, but yet we got our vaccines from India. So the fact that we were still vaccinating our people and yet willing to share vaccines at that time, the fact that we could actually increase our pharmaceutical capacity, sometimes 3x, 5x, 10x, depending on the medicines. There was at that time during COVID, I was also part of the group of ministers dealing with the COVID response. There was a huge demand for paracetamol. And our paracetamol production, actually our industry was able to ramp it up phenomenally. And we actually really at that time were meeting the global demand of paracetamol from our factories in India. So when I speak of the rise of India, I wanted to illustrate to you, it is not a phrase in international relations. There are physical indices, there are actual experiences, there are sort of, I would say, relationships, transactions, impact on people's lives, which is what make them feel that India is not what the India of the past used to be.